Thomas and Edward puffed up to the water tower. Edward tried to stop wheezing, but he couldn't.
一体どうしたんだい、エドワード。なんだか調子が悪そうだね。
I can't seem to get up steam properly. But I'll manage. Don't tell anyone, Thomas.
Thomas wasn't sure about this.
I don't want Sir Topham Hatt to know.
Thomas could see Edward was worried, so he agreed. He hurried off to shunt Edward's trucks. Edward followed slowly to the docks. At the docks, Thomas had shunted Edward's trucks into place for him. Soon Edward was coupled up and ready to go.
心配しないで。君ならできるよ。大丈夫だって。
Edward puffed as hard as he could, but the train hardly moved at all.
I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm not a really useful engine anymore. Sir Topham Hatt will have to send me for scrap.
Thomas was very upset. He wanted to help Edward.
先に他の仕事を終わらせてくる。それから君の貨車を引いてあげるよ。
Edward watched Thomas puff away. He wasn't sure if it was right to let Thomas do his job. Edward felt very worried. Edward waited sadly by his train. He hoped Thomas would come back soon. When Thomas finished all his jobs, he puffed back to collect Edward's train.
もう心配ないよ。すぐに君の仕事を終わらせるからね。先に機関庫に戻っててよ。僕も終わったら行くから。
Thank you, Thomas.
And Thomas pulled away with a long line of trucks. Thomas was tired. He'd been working all day, and Edward's train was very heavy. But he was determined not to let Edward down. The fat controller was talking to Gordon as Thomas puffed in.
Thomas, this train is late. And why are you pulling it? Where is Edward?
Thomas didn't want to get Edward into trouble. He had to think of an excuse.
エドワードに間違って石炭を積み込んだんです。
The wrong sort of coal? What nonsense, Thomas. I'll find out what Edward has to say about this later.
わかりました。